Jason Voorhees should be an animatronic cheat code. He already has the perfect Halloween store silhouette: hockey mask, machete, big jacket, and boots. But just like Michael Myers, Jason is harder to get right than he looks. Too little movement and he's basically a mannequin with a mask. Too much movement and it looks ridiculous. So today, we're going through the officially licensed Jason Voorhees Animatronics. Who made them, what they cost, how they moved, what they got right, what they got wrong, and where they land in the final ranking. Okay, as we did in our previous Michael Myers video, we are going to take these in order of their release. The Jason Voorhees animatronic story starts in 2007, when Spirit Halloween sold an animatronic for the 2007 and 2008 Halloween seasons. This version was styled around the Freddy vs. Jason era, going by the Friday the 13th license, so you get the big, hulking Jason look: hockey mask, machete, dark clothing, and a much more monster-like presence than a skinny mannequin in a costume. Animation-wise, this is exactly why the older Gemmy era has such a reputation. When activated, the head, torso, and eyes moved, while the machete arm lifted up and down and sounds from the movie played. That is the Jason formula. He does not need to do a backflip. He needs to turn, stare, and raise the machete just enough that you start wondering if you should leave the room. The eye movement is especially important. Jason's mask covers so much of the face that if the eyes feel dead, the whole prop can feel flat. When the head and eyes move together, it gives him awareness. Unfortunately, the exact original price is hard to verify from clean product records. The old listings are gone, and most surviving detail comes from collector pages and videos. But as a historical piece, this one is huge. It is the beginning of Jason as a mainstream life-size Halloween store animatronic. Next is the 2010 Gemmy life-size animated Jason Voorhees, officially licensed from Friday the 13th, and over 6 feet tall. Research also points to this version being sold at Kmart and Canadian Tire around 2010 and 2011. The price is not cleanly verified, which is annoying for a history video, but collector discussion tends to place it somewhere around the $200 range, rather than the higher modern specialty store pricing. Feature-wise, this thing is loaded. The head moves side to side, the body turns, the eyes move back and forth, and the machete arm raises and lowers in sync with the sound effects. It also plays Friday the 13th sound effects, including the classic noise from the film. The best detail is the removable hockey mask. Underneath, the archive describes a realistic, disfigured face, which is exactly the kind of collector feature that makes an older prop feel special. This is probably the Jason animatronic that most feels like the cousin to the classic Gemmy Michael Myers pieces. Multiple movement points, real horror icon presence, actual character-specific audio, and a body that feels more alive than modern arm-only props. The downsides are mostly age and mechanics. Many people mention possible stability issues, a collapsible frame, speaker problems, and no volume control. In 2018, Jason came back in a different kind of retail form, with the animated Jason Voorhees sold through Party City and Halloween City. From the research I did for the video, I found many stating the Halloween City version as a Morbid Enterprises animatronic, and went for $200 originally. This one is interesting because it is not an old Gemmy style, but it also is not the basic modern Lowe's style. It has a different feel. It has a machete slashing motion and light-up eyes. The body also turns, arm twists, and the left hand reaches outward. The weakness is the build. People have called out the brittle plastic boots, a skinny body, a flat-looking factory mask, and the need to stuff the figure or modify the mask to give him more presence. So this one is a great middle entry. It is not the best Jason ever made, but it is more interesting than a simple arm-only prop. This is the Jason you buy because you see potential.
Kick up the fright factor with an animated Jason Voorhees. Wearing his iconic hockey mask, our animated Jason...
Now we get to the modern, widely available Jason prop. This one was originally listed for about $380, but looking at a current listing, it's a bit higher. Lowe's also carried a version with the price of $240, so pricing is a little weird depending on retailer. The Morris Costumes listing was much higher, while Lowe's buyers were seeing it closer to the $240 big box range. Animation-wise, this is where we get the same modern problem we saw with Michael Myers. The main movement is the hand with the knife or machete moving up and down while spooky sound effects or music play, including the signature breathing rhythm effect. That last part is cool in theory. There is Pamela Voorhees audio, which is a smart way to make a Jason prop feel different than those that came before it. But visually and mechanically, it is still pretty basic compared to the older Gemmy pieces. It has presence and the official license, but it doesn't have the head, eyes, body, and arm movement package that made the 2007 and 2010 versions feel more alive. This is the Jason for someone who wants a modern, obtainable licensed prop. If you simply want a tall Jason in the corner of a haunt, it does the job, I guess. We need to add in here an upcoming release as well. I haven't seen anything official, but there have been many leaks that a Jason will be released this year from Spirit Halloween. I talked about it previously on this channel with other Spirit leaks if you want to check that out. It is looking promising, but we'll need to wait and see what happens with that one. So for this video, I won't rank it. Alright, final ranking time. At number 4, the 2022 to 2023 Gemmy prop. This one is not bad. It is officially licensed, tall, easy to understand, and more obtainable than the older collector pieces. The Pamela Voorhees audio and signature sounds are nice touches, but the movement is just too basic. Number 3, the 2018 Halloween City Morbid Enterprises Jason. This one has issues. The body can look skinny, the factory mask can look flat, and the build quality sounds very party store. But I like that it tries to do more. Body movement, a slashing arm, a reaching hand, and red light-up eyes make it more theatrical. It is flawed, but it has personality. Number 2, the 2007 Gemmy Spirit Halloween version. This is the historical heavy hitter. Head movement, eye movement, torso movement, machete movement, movie sounds, and a Freddy vs. Jason style presence. It gets the big Jason silhouette right, and it feels like an actual attempt to make the character animated instead of just making the weapon move. For number 1, we have the 2010 Gemmy Jason. This is my pick for the best overall released Jason animatronic for a few factors. It has the multi-point movement, head, body, eyes, and machete arm. It has Friday the 13th audio. It has a removable mask with a disfigured face underneath. It is tall, creepy, and loaded with the kinds of details modern props often skip. It might be harder to find, and old Gemmy mechanics can be a nightmare, but as a Jason Voorhees animatronic, this is the strongest package. Jason Voorhees is a little different from Michael Myers. Michael is all about quiet restraint. Jason can be bigger, heavier, and more aggressive, but he still needs to feel intentional. The best Jason animatronics are not just the ones with a machete arm. They are the ones that make him feel present. Head movement, eye movement, body movement, sound design, and enough mass that he feels like he could actually walk out of the woods. That is why the older Gemmy pieces still dominate this ranking. They understood that a horror icon needs more than a costume and one moving arm. If Spirit really does bring Jason back in a major new animatronic, the wish list is pretty obvious. Make him big, give him a slow head turn, and give him real presence. Let me know where you would rank them, whether the 2010 Gemmy Jason deserves the crown, and which horror icon should be next. And if you want more horror prop history, animatronic rankings, and collector deep dives, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one.